I said I would be watching more Daredevil today, but I think I'm just gonna watch the Spider-Man trilogy. Opening credits are so extra. Oh my god. I love this. Reminds me of Madam Web, which, like, by the way, is the best movie of all time. It was terrible. Did he just say that Mary Jane's the woman he loved before he even liked girls? That makes it sound like he used to be gay. I get what he means, but it's funny. Girl, Willem Dafoe was in this, and James Franco? Jeez. Is that Joe Manganiello, or however you say his name is? Brad from How I Met Your Mother? The awareness of danger. Spider sense. Ho ho. Oh, they're establishing all the spider superpowers. Tobey Maguire's so awkward. I wonder if he was this awkward in real life or if he was just like a really good actor, you know? It's interesting that Tom Holland's Spider-Man wasn't like a photographer. Like I guess, like he did the video editing. So I assume he was maybe in AV Club also or something. But like he wasn't like a regular photographer. He was doing videos. That's a interesting little twist. Oh no, the spider's on him. Uh-oh. Wait, Green Goblin was a military project? They're like showing the military the Green Goblin glider thing, and the guy's wearing the suit. Oh my god, what? It's kind of hilarious that Aunt May here is like old and frail, and then in the MCU Spider-Man she's fucking Marissa Tomei. Like, she's a sweet little old lady. Oh no, she's hot. He just took his shirt off. He looks sickly. Like, I mean, I guess he looks kind of like a teenager. Like, he grew way too fast and now he's just like gangly and scrawny. What the fuck is happening? This sequence of his DNA being changed, there was just like a random skull. Like, it was kind of crazy for Willem Dafoe to be like, okay, well, I know the formula is not ready, but we need to do it anyway. But I can respect that he was like, we're gonna do it on me. You know, like, instead of just picking someone random and like making them take this not tested, not ready formula, he was like, I shall take it. And damn the consequences. Peter doesn't need his glasses anymore. Oh, that's why he was so scrawny before. It's so that you could see that he's healthy now. The web's just coming out of him. Please. This is a cool depiction of the Spidey sense. Like, slowing everything down. I mean, it looks very early 2000s, but they sort of like skipped over the Spidey sense or Peter tingle in the MCU. Like, he just sort of had it, but they didn't really show it up close from what I can recall. So I like them really getting into it in this. This is like camp. This is what I think of when I think of a superhero movie. It's just like, it's silly, it's fun. I don't know. This is still just great. Okay, the little hairs growing out of his hands. That was uncomfortable. Up and away, Web. Shazam. Go. Go, Web, go. He figured it out. I know it makes more sense that Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield, like, both, you know, build their own webs, but it's kind of fucking iconic that he just has the webs. He's so sweet talking to MJ. You were so good in all the school plays. He's a sweetheart. Peter Parker designing his own suit, as he should. I like that some of them are like Black Widows. They have the little hourglass. That's funny. Uncle Ben, with great power comes great responsibility. Why did they cut Uncle Ben out of the MCU? Is it because they didn't want to do like the origin story again? Or did Sony not give them the rights to Uncle Ben? Or what's the deal there? Octavia Spencer is checking him into this, what, underground wrestling ring? Is this like a legitimate wrestling ring? Is this... This is so funny. NYWL, New York Wrestling League. Yeah, I guess it's legit. The human spider. Oh, Peter. That's bad. The Amazing Spider-Man. His hoodie. That's so funny. The soundtrack. Please, what? It's so early 2000s. He only gets $100. He was supposed to get more.
Check it again, webhead. It said $3,000 for 3 minutes, and you pinned them in two. For that, I give you 100, and you're lucky to get that.
That's ridiculous.
I missed the part.
Oh, Peter, that was cold. I missed the part where that's my problem. I mean, he's a shithead teenager. And that guy was a dick to him, so I don't blame him. But Uncle Ben... It's so overly dramatic. Like, it's sad, but Tobey Maguire is not a very good crying actor. And the dropping of Uncle Ben's hand, that was very melodramatic. Peter realizing that, like, it's kind of his fault that Uncle Ben died, that, like, by not helping. That spotlight on the window, that was so funny. Like, there was no reason for that to be there other than so that we could see what was happening. Oh, it was the police. I did not see Mary Jane getting engaged, or was it like a class ring? Was she engaged to Flash? Or what? The montage of New Yorkers' opinions about him was really good, and then immediately followed by J. Jonah Jameson. I like that J. Jonah Jameson's problem with Spider-Man is not that he's like a vigilante or whatever, it's just that he wears a mask. Like, the only reason he says he's like a menace to society is because, clearly, because he wears a mask, that means he has something to hide. It's funny. This weirdo. Poor Peter, she's dating James Franco. James Franco in this looks like a Dead Poets Society reject. Elizabeth Banks was in this? I did not remember that. I don't think I've seen this movie since I was like 10, maybe? Stop, why is this so funny? The Green Goblin just flying around the parade. Like, the animation is kind of rough, but... Oh, Stan Lee! Oh my god. It's just also camp. It's so funny. Mary Jane, stand up. She seems very clumsy. What? What? The shot of him swinging with her where her hair's blowing the wrong way and he's clearly fake. It's so fucking funny. When you think about it, he kind of just kidnapped her. Like, he did not need to remove her from the scene. It's wild that the Green Goblin is just like an alternate personality. Like, is that how it is in the comics? Because, you know, that makes it scarier. Like, that you could defeat the Green Goblin, but in doing so, you're defeating a guy who just has done nothing wrong. He's just being possessed by a goblin. In spite of everything you've done, eventually they will hate you. And now I'm remembering at the end of Far From Home when Jake Gyllenhaal was like, yeah, Peter Parker's evil. Her nipples are fully out in this scene. Oh my god. Yeah, the upside down kiss. Fucking iconic. So good. So good. There's not still a lady in the burning building, right? It's Green Goblin? Yeah. Green Goblin. It's very funny. I love his suit. There's no good reason for it to look like that, and that makes it so much better. right? Like, they could have, you know, toned it way down and made it seem like normal, and instead they were like, nope, he's a goblin. He's a green goblin, and we're doing it. And I appreciate that so much. That was close. Norman almost saw him. Is Norman in his Green Goblin persona? He is acting like a little freak right now at Thanksgiving dinner. Mary Jane with an actual crush on Spider-Man, please. Having to choose between MJ and an entire fucking group of people, group of kids. How many times can the girl Spider-Man likes fall from a great height? I love the New Yorkers being like, yo, fuck you, Green Goblin. It's not Spider-Man's job to defeat you. It's our fucking job. Kind of insane that Peter just survived the blast from something that turned an entire group of grown men into skeletons earlier. Fuck, and he's faking it, summoning the glider to kill Peter with the glider. Fuck. Green Goblin is such a good fucking villain. Jesus. Don't tell Harry. That's sad. Honestly, Willem Dafoe, James Franco, great father-son casting. Spider-Man will pay. Thank God for you, Peter. Yikes. So, Harry Osborn villain arc? I didn't see the second two. I know number 2 is Doc Ock. Beyond that, I don't... Venom is in the 3rd one, I think. I don't know. I didn't see them. Okay, this Mary Jane speech at the end, this is weird. I don't... This romance honestly feels kind of shoehorned into all of this. Just wasn't really necessary other than the fact that, like, Mary Jane is, like, part of Peter Parker's story. So... It's weird. It's just, it feels like an afterthought. Early 2000s voiceover, please. This is so cool. These opening credits are like showing frames from the last movie, so it's like a previously on kinda. I love that. That's so smart. And they're drawn really well. It's just swinging around Spider-Manning and delivering pizzas as Spider-Man. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way Peter makes it to this damn play. Mary Jane's realizing he's not there. He showed up, but he's late. What? He can't go in?
She's a friend of mine. She asked me to come.
But not to come late.
No, that sucks.
To see this show. They just let me in. I'll stand in the...
He made it, but he can't go in. This doorman's an asshole. Not the Spider-Man theme. His webs aren't working? What's wrong with his webs? He's in the elevator, this guy in the elevator being like, cool Spidey outfit. He doesn't think it's really Spider-Man, because why the fuck would Spider-Man be riding an elevator? I'm confused about what biotech has to do with fusion? Like, isn't fusion like a nuclear energy thing? Do they think fusion is just like fusing? Oh! Oh, it's so he'll be able to touch stuff that he wouldn't be able to touch otherwise. Okay. That's why I built this inhibitor chip. It's funny. Going straight for a live demonstration seems scientifically irresponsible, no? Like, you haven't tested this. Magnets. Ooh, scary. I honestly have a hard time seeing Tobey Maguire's version of Peter Parker as Spider-Man. Like, he just doesn't seem like he would run around the city Spider-Manning, you know? So, Wait. So is Doc Ock evil? Or are his arms evil? This is weird. Doctor Strange? But it's taken? Oh my god, that's so funny. They're confirming Doctor Strange exists. That's wild.
Genius.
I like that J. Jonah Jameson pointed out that it's very funny that someone named Otto Octavius suddenly has 8 limbs. I'm sorry, was that Joel McHale? Jesus Christ, Doc Ock's trying real hard to kill Aunt May. Is that Elijah from the Vampire Diaries? Stop. He's dreamy. What the fuck? MJ's getting married? He's going to the doctor for his web problems? Who do you think would have played Uncle Ben if Marvel had done anything with Uncle Ben? Like, I don't know if they weren't able to because of rights or whatever, but like, I'm trying to think of who would have made sense next to fucking Marissa Tomei. And like, I don't know, I'm drawing a blank. This one and the last one both, it's like 2 movies in one. Like, oh, the villain's off doing something else while like Peter is dealing with Mary Jane and guilt over Uncle Ben, which I guess makes sense because like he's Peter Parker and Spider-Man, like he has a double life, so it makes sense there's 2 like seemingly unrelated plots going on, but it feels a little disjointed, you know? Like all of a sudden it's cutting to Doc Ock and I'm like, oh, right, you're doing stuff. So we are 2 for 2 on burning buildings. He's flinging this kid around. It's so funny. Peter, you saved a child's life. It is not your fault that someone was on the 4th floor and died. Are you monologuing to yourself? What am I supposed to do? Staring out the window forlornly, doing a sad monologue. What is he doing? I like May be like, wink wink, I totally don't know that you're Spider-Man. She's so funny. Doc Ock is a super cool villain, right? But like, I almost feel like they just didn't need him in this movie. Like, that's just so B-plot compared to what's going on with Peter. Is she wanting to like mentally compare? Oh shit. That was a car. Is she wanting to like mentally compare to her kiss with Spider-Man? Because like if I kiss someone upside down and then kiss them right way up, I would not be able to tell if it was the same person. Frankly, if I kissed someone with my eyes closed twice, I wouldn't be able to tell if it was the same person. Most people, I think, kiss remarkably similarly. So like, what does she mean trying to see something? Like, this was totally meant to be watched in 3D though. It's like, I could just picture Doc Ock's arm coming out at you, you know? J.K. Simmons being like, I drove Spider-Man away. It's my fault.
He stole my suit.
He's a menace to the entire city. Crowd surfing him to the back of the train after he saved them. Are they about to have a Hannah Montana moment where they all agree to not tell anyone who Spider-Man is? Is the Green Goblin coming for Harry now? What?
I'm here.
Willem Dafoe? What?
I thought you were. I'm alive in you, Harry.
I'm alive in you, Harry.
Spider-Man effect.
Oh, fuck. Hidden room. Hidden room, and he's gonna find all the Green Goblin stuff, and then he's gonna be the Green Goblin. Oh! Yeah, it's all the Green Goblin stuff. James Franco, Green Goblin. I just don't think Runaway Brides are all that romantic. Like, that's a logistical nightmare. Financially, oh my god. Like, you couldn't have called off the wedding beforehand. Like, if you didn't want to marry the guy, why'd you agree to marry him? Just whatever. I mean, they're together now. Yay, congrats. But, all right, Spider-Man 2. This one, I don't know if this one or the first one was better. I feel like they might be tied. Dashboard Confessional? What is this soundtrack? On to Spider-Man 3. I swear to God, Madam Web looked exactly like this. Like when she was, what was she doing? Like seeing the future or whatever? Like I swear there were shots with like the webs and stuff exactly like this. Is that Bryce Dallas Howard as Gwen Stacy? What? Was that Venom? Venom? I have seen Tom Hardy Venom upwards of 30, 40, 50 times. I love that movie. Is this Harry Green Goblin? Yep, Harry Green Goblin. You knew this was coming. Dude, you didn't need to do all this. Did Harry just fucking die? Danger particle physics test facility. What the fuck does that mean? Demolecularization. I don't know what that means. No. What? What? No. There's no world in which this is how molecules work. Sand got in my skin and now I'm sand? What? Why would the doctor be telling Peter this private medical information about Harry? Like, does HIPAA not exist in Marvel? Or Sony Marvel, I guess? What purpose could the bandage around his head possibly be serving other than to tell us that he's had a head injury? Like, is the damage not just on the inside of his head? Sand isn't particularly conductive, so I don't understand how his brain would be able to send the electrical signals it would need to in order to, like, exist if it were made of sand. I don't understand what, like, the comic book physics of Sandface are. I don't know the guy's name. Not Gwen Stacy falling from a height. Oh, God. Topher Grace. Wait. I wasn't looking when he showed up. What? Oh, he said his name was Brock. It's Eddie. That's Tom Hardy. That's so funny. He is such a dick. Topher Grace was such a good choice for this. He's such a little asshole. What the fuck? Gwen Stacy's kissing him? Doing the upside down kiss? What the fuck? Peter. Peter. And now the sand guy's here. Is this the same guy that wouldn't let him into the theater before? Who's like trying to keep him out of the French restaurant? Bro, you just kissed someone else like on stage in front of the whole city. Oh, I was gonna say she's not coming. I'm surprised she showed up. The sand freak killed Uncle Ben? Uh-oh, Venom's getting Peter. The black suits. That's fun. I like the black suit. All three of these movies are just like outside force binds with the mind of regular normal person. Like Green Goblin possessed Norman, and then Doc Ock had a horrible accident that made good guy Otto into a evil guy, but it was like the arms that were evil. And then now it's Venom has taken over Peter, and also this Flint guy who maybe was already evil if he killed Uncle Ben, I guess. Though, I mean, evil, maybe, whatever. But I digress. Like the sand guy, like he maybe killed Uncle Ben, but like now he has been combined with sand. Like all of these are like, oh no, it's not actually the person being a bad guy. It's some outside force taking over their mind and making them evil. I don't really know how to comment on that. I don't know when Spider-Man comics like were first introduced and like when all these characters were originally introduced in the comics, but like I know comics and superhero stuff and like just media trends are often influenced by like what's going on in the world. So like I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of Spider-Man stuff was influenced by like Cold War, like fear-mongering, like sleeper agents living next door to you and whatever, you know, like someone being brainwashed and your neighbor isn't really your neighbor. Like, I don't know. Is that anything? Like, it's all basically mind control via possession, you know? So I guess like Satanic Panic would make sense too, like if it was like early 80s, but I don't know why. I just have a feeling that Spider-Man is probably much older than early 80s. Like this feels probably like a 50s kind of thing. Okay, I looked it up. Yeah, Spider-Man originally introduced in 1962. So, now I am curious, like, when all these villains got introduced to the comics for the first time, like, how much of this is, like, possession that was maybe inspired by the Satanic Panic and, like, demonic possession and demonic ritual fear-mongering and that type of thing. I'm sure there's probably entire essays written about it, but I am curious. Emo Peter Parker. You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door. Okay, go off. I think Harry, Peter, and Mary Jane would all be happier if they were just in a throuple. Bro, what? She's breaking up with him? MJ. The fuck? You know what? The two of them have so much damn drama, this back and forth, on again, off again bullshit. Like, yeah, I don't think they should get married. The switch to emo Peter is hilarious. Why does he have eyeliner on? I mean, I love me some eyeliner, but what? How did that goblin grenade not immediately vaporize him and turn him into a skeleton? It turned an entire group of men into skeletons and then dust. Hi. Please don't lick the inside of my mouth. This entire montage of finger guns and the... Stop, the butler's so funny. He's like, no, your dad did totally, accidentally off himself. That did happen. How many times can Mary Jane get taken hostage? Like, this is ridiculous. It's like twice a movie. Harry's helping Peter. Harry, what the fuck? Damn, even this Eddie, willing to die with Venom. Eddie Brock, the original monster fucker. I think pretty consistent trilogy. Like, I don't think I can really point to any one of those movies being notably better or worse than the others. The third one, it had like a little extra cheesiness to it. Like, oh my god, the guy's made of sand, and like we also have Venom here, and Venom Peter was kind of weird. But like overall, I feel like it fit the tone of the trilogy, and like I think it worked as a conclusion, especially how it ended. Yeah, I liked it. I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man more. It's just Tobey Maguire, he does have Peter Parker pretty solid, I think. Like, he's awkward and, you know, nerdy, but I just can't see that person deciding to dress up like a man spider and fighting crime. You know, there's not a real connect between the two sides of him, which ultimately does kind of work because, like, that was paralleled in the structures of those films, like that there was the whole thing with the Green Goblin, and also he likes a girl, and like there's the thing with Doc Ock, and then there's like his internal struggle and his own sense of guilt, and like it's two kind of different movies happening at once. So him being very Peter Parker and then that not totally connecting with him being Spider-Man, like, works with the film. So yeah, I like them. I think they were very campy. They were very fun. Like, that's kind of what I expect going into a comic book movie usually. Where it's just like a little silly, you know? A bit cheesy, and I like that. It's like very good, really good cheese. Chef's kiss. Yeah, good trilogy. I liked it a lot.